All right, guys, we got a little over an hour, maybe 2. We'll see. Advantage spinnerbait, Lew's Custom, Okuma EVX, spinnerbait rod. Let's see if that spinnerbait bite is on. If you guys haven't checked out the review I did on the Lew's Custom, definitely check that out. Definitely is a solid reel. And even the Custom Pro review might be out as well before this video drops. Ooh, ooh. I'll take that. I'll take that. Nice little fatty. Man, small and fat. Short and fat. First fish there on the Advantage spinnerbait. Here we go. Here we go. Chunky little bass. I'll take that. All right, that's a good sign. Let's get another. Let's get another. 1, 2, 7 or 8 of them. It's got to be more than one fish over here willing to eat a spinnerbait. This should be like prime spinnerbait time right now. Come on. All I'm asking for is a 6-pounder. That ain't too much to ask. I was standing right here in this spot this time last year throwing an underspin and caught that 6-pounder. A lot of you guys ask about braid backer and things like that. Since we got the wind blowing to my back here, I should be able to get a really long cast to show you guys how much main line and braid backer I put on here. Now you can see here, okay, the line is about an 1/8 inch or so from the bevel on the spool. And keep in mind, I've been using this all last year, this line here, so I would have had it up just a little bit more. Anyways though, that's where it is right there. Now if I make a good cast here, okay, you can kind of see through the line there, you can see the blue braid. Okay, that's my backer. And again, there's a good amount of line still on there. Probably, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5, 6 wraps going back and forth. So there's more line on there than you think. But you can see here how much distance I have there from the line to the bevel. Okay, that was a good long cast. And again, I still got more line on there. That's pretty much all I put on there. Okay, so I'm not wasting my fluorocarbon. Use the braid as the backer. And like I said, you'll get more out of your spools of line. And again, I normally have about 2 decent casts on here, like I showed you earlier. The spool's down a little bit. It's because I had this line on there all year. But that's a good gauge right there. The way you're not using that much of your spool, you can swap it out more often and always have fresh line. Or if you don't put any braid backer on, yes sir. If you don't put any braid backer on, one second, I'll finish that thought. Come here, pretty girl. Not bad, not bad. Slop face. The old Advantage spinnerbait's in there somewhere. There we go. There we go. Nice chunk. Here's the old Advantage spinnerbait covered in moss. But as I was saying, if you don't put any braid backer on there, you know, you'll be, say you got a 200-yard spool of line, okay, and this reel might hold 120 yards possibly of 12-pound test. Again, that all depends too on the diameter of the line. So I think that's based on mono. So if you go to like 15-pound Seaguar and Vizex, which has a pretty small diameter, it might fit 120, 130 yards on there. So then you're left with 70 yards. You know what I'm saying? So if you put braid backer on there and you only end up putting on 65, 70 yards of main line, then you can actually spool that reel up 3 times versus the one and then having some line left over. So definitely use braid backer, and I'll go ahead and link some videos down below to where I really go in depth on that as well. Anyway, so that's 2 fish on the Advantage spinnerbait. Lose Custom, and that's the Okuma EVX spinnerbait worm rod. Not big fish, but man, they're hitting hard. Hitting pretty hard for little bass. I'm sure neither one of those. Yeah, they could have been close to 2 pounds, maybe, on a good day. Definitely got some fight in them. Also talking about braid backer, if you try and tie braid directly to your spool, it's gonna spin on you, which I do have a video on that as well. So I put a little piece of mono on there, and then I tie my braid backer to that mono, and then I tie my main line to that braid backer. And the nice thing about the braid backer is you can keep it on there pretty much forever. I mean, it never even hits the water. You know, each season you can take your main fluorocarbon or your mono off, leave that braid backer on there, and then you can tie your main line to it, you know, whenever you're ready to fish. But definitely using backer is the way to go. Like I said too, I mean, backer, all it is filler. So all you're doing is just saving yourself some money, getting more out of your main line. Come on, we gotta get 3. Gotta get 3 fish before I gotta get out of here. The bus isn't running today for my boy, so I gotta pick him up from school. We might be late though. We ain't leaving without 3 bass. All right, boys, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna apologize now because I'm gonna be late picking you up. Come on now. A little bit of sun out. Blade should be popping. All right, I got one more shot. There's a nice little stretch back here, nice and shallow. Most likely it'll be a little bit warmer. Wind's picking up. Big storm rolling in tomorrow. We got a ton of rain coming tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a few fish stacked back here. If I leave right now and speed, I'm still gonna be late to get the kids. I got time. Well, actually I have no time, but we're gonna make time for about a dozen casts over here. Get that 3rd fish. And this is gonna cost me some V-Bucks and some more Beyblades, I'm sure. It can be a joker. I don't even care. All right, one more cast. I can only be so late before it's just unacceptable. Right now I could just say, oh yeah, I was stuck in traffic. I can kind of fib my way out of that. But when I'm like an hour late, my arm was in the cast, I'm sorry. One more cast, one more cast. This is it, this is the cast right here. Let's count her down. All right, come on now, this is it. This is the cast. This is the cast, let's go. Come on, and I'm done. I'm done, I'm in trouble, I'm late. I didn't catch 3 fish. Overall, I failed. I failed. All right, guys, that is it. That's it. Is it? No. One more. This is it. Now this is it. This is it. I promise. We're burning it in. Come on. There it is. Made you look. It's got to be the sun came out because I can see those blades a mile away. It's got to be the deal. These blades, I mean, you got a lot of flash with these blades here from Advantage. Killer looking spinnerbait, guys. Definitely check them out. But yeah, wasn't the best spinnerbait day for me. It's not quite on yet, and I am beyond late. I gotta go. I don't even have time to take the camera off and do the outro. So I'm gone. I'm running. Smash the thumbs up. See you guys on the next one.